I think, we all know the tragedy that he dealt with early this year, right? Where his life kind of gets flipped upside down.
Sure.
His brother passes away. He's becoming sort of a father figure now to his, is it nephews or nieces and nephews? So he's dealing with all this. And I've said this before with, quarterbacks in football or how about speed? Speed isn't necessarily something you can teach. You can get somebody a little bit faster, but it's kind of like they got it or they don't, right? I look at shooting the same way. You can become a better shooter, but Steph isn't as good as he is because he worked harder than anybody else. He's really gifted at it. AG shot 29% from three last year.
Mm-hmm.
He shoots 43.6% from three this year. AG shot 69% from the foul line last year. He shoots 81% this year.
Yeah.
That's a remarkable turnaround.
Brett, I'm glad you brought this up, and I was going to save it for later in the show because I had a lot to say about this subject, but I'm going to go here. Because, Moj, we know these athletes on every roster, on every team that possess this quality. And the quality is selflessness. This man, Aaron Gordon, is one of the most selfless human beings I've ever met. And he exemplifies it in so many ways, not just on the court, not just adapting and changing his game to fit the mold here in Denver. Remember, when he was in Orlando, he was option one. He was a scorer. He was electric. He was their key player. He moves to Denver, and in that Golden State series where the Nuggets lost in the first round, I'll never forget the post-game press conference when he said, I have to be better. I have to change my game, is what he said.
Oh, that was
remember that?
Yeah, that was, I want to say 4 years ago.
That was the year before they won the championship.
3 years ago.
Yeah. And he sat there, and I'm looking at him, and I'm saying, wow, this guy's taking it personally. And he spent the entire offseason in the lab changing his game. What does that mean? Well, understanding his role on this team. It is not option A. He's got to hit jumpers. He's got to play bully ball. He's got to rebound. He's got to do the little things to help the best player in the world. And that's his role. But over the last year, fellas, on May 30th of last year, he lost his older brother, Drew, to a car accident. And it was devastating. His brother left behind two young boys. 3, actually, but 2 young boys that Aaron Gordon has decided, you know what, I'm going to step up and take over the father role. He moved the family here. He is at their home every day. He brings them to every game. He brought them to Oklahoma City. He sat with them post-game last night. These are little boys under the age of 6. They lost their dad. He stepped in to be their dad. And the karma in that and the goodwill in that and just the love that he displayed, he deserves everything he gets. He's a beautiful human being.
Yep. And he's also a hell of a basketball player that is absolutely necessary to this team's success. I got to be honest. Game starts, and first quarter was what, 27-26, I think? You're down 1 at the end of the first. I go, all right. Hung in there, but I was waiting for the legs to go. And then it got to that point where it was a 10-point lead, and it felt like it was stuck at a 10-point lead for like 2 straight quarters, right? You couldn't really move off from that. You would make a bucket, OKC would respond. You were struggling shooting. You shot less than 40% from 3, or 40% from the field at halftime. You were turning the ball over like crazy. Like all of the recipes that I think would lead to an OKC blowout win in game 1, and they just hung in there. And it's something about this team's resilience that they aren't going to go away. They never will. But at the end of all of this, what you get is an opportunity. And I wondered what would happen if OKC was faced with a little bit of pressure of not being there before. I watched Chet Holmgren walk up to that free throw line, and I was like, does not look like a confident human being to me.
He did not look.
He would rather have been anywhere else in that arena than the free throw line at that moment.
But all we got to lose.
Yeah. And by the way, they specifically, that inbound pass, boy, they got on him quickly. They wanted to foul him. They wanted to foul him specifically. Hey, by the way, I'm reading the article early this morning about, I knew it wasn't a miss, right? That's the headline of the article.
Yeah.
And I wonder if people really know this. Vic, you were talking about him changing his game and about I've got to be better and all this kind of thing over 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. And he's asked about it. Christian Brown is about Aaron Gordon. He says, quote, he lives in a gym, literally.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this now for a couple of years.
He lives in a warehouse.
Yeah, we've talked about this for a couple of years. I'm not sure that fans, when we say he lives in a gym, do you understand what we're saying? His house is a half-court gym.
Yeah.
With couches around it and stuff like that. I mean,
It's not like that saying, oh, that dude, he lives in the weight room. No, he literally lives in a gym.
So when he wakes up in the morning, he can roll out of bed and shoot buckets. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Like he lives in a warehouse gym.
You know,
he fully committed it. And so Christian Brown, it's just, he lives in a gym. Literally.
He lives in a gym.
It's just so cool, man.
He
it's
uses
a cool
the
thing.
gym. He uses the
Correct.
gym.
And he uses it, right.
Guys, you've seen enough NBA basketball. I mean, you've seen guys shoot, and some guys reinvent themselves. Some guys get to the NBA and figure it out and learn how to shoot and adapt and adopt. That's exactly what he's done. He has completely refigured his jump shot. In fact, Nelly, if you don't mind,
I got it.
Find me a jumper from Aaron Gordon from 5 years ago when he first got here. Find me a jump shot from Aaron Gordon when he arrived in Denver. And I want you to see the difference. I want you to see the hitch difference. He had a little hitch in his giddy up when he shot it. And it had a ton of problems because he would stop at the peak of his leap. And he removed that hitch. It's gone. Do you know how much work it takes to do that? Moshe, like refashioning a golf swing.
Impossible.
Do you know how much work it takes to do that?
Not only that, but it's not just the work to do it. It's the mental aspect of it to actually allow your body to change what you're doing.
Well, think about this.
It's not easy because humans tend to revert to what they know. So to change what you know and to get that new muscle memory is very, very, very difficult.
A year ago, I don't think Gordon pulls up. I think he gets that ball and he drives to the hoop. I don't think he has the confidence to take that shot last year.
Well, let me tell you, the two things that happened on that play is why you're proud of this team right now. Russell Westbrook was brilliant. Brilliant. He's been brilliant in the postseason. The Nuggets are not in this position right now if not for Russell Westbrook, who played all of MPJ's minutes in the second half. Brilliant. But if he doesn't make the right play, which led to the no-no-nos, if he doesn't make that play, we're not having this conversation.
Sure.
He made the right play, and Aaron Gordon made the shot.
You're asking me what I was thinking at that moment. I really wasn't thinking. Oh, Russ has the basketball. I really wasn't thinking about who had the basketball and so on. I was trying to process that Skinny Chet just missed 2 free throws. And now you've got a chance to win the game. As opposed to tie the game, I was thinking the entire time, what do you got here? Old school?
Hey, this is AG during the bubble, it looks like.
I can't see it.
Oh, sorry. Here,
get set. Here are highlights from 2021.
Describe it, Brett. Describe it, Vic.
All right.
Go ahead, Vic.
So here he is shooting a baseline 3, and as he gets to the pinnacle of his jump,
it's a little weird.
There's a little bit of a hesitation, all right? It just takes a little more time. There's not as much fluidity at the top of the jump. All right, now if you compare
it's almost like he hangs in midair then pushes.
Yes, he shoots on his way down.
Correct.
He shoots on his way down, which is a lot of people do that because you just don't release the ball quickly enough. Now, in this, here it is. We see more of it. In the shot we saw last night and the way he's shooting this season, everything is more in unison, more fluid, connected.
Yeah.
Anybody who plays basketball can see the difference.